Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my no foundation makeup routine. This is the kind of makeup I'd wear if I was running errands or if I have to look semi-presentable somewhere. Obviously, as the title suggests, I won't be using foundation. And honestly, if my skin is looking like how it is now, which is relatively clear, I might just go out without any makeup on, just depending on how I'm feeling that day. But I know a lot of people, especially in the summertime, don't like to wear a lot of makeup either because it won't stay on your face or it just can kind of be uncomfortable throughout the day. So I thought I would go ahead and show you the kind of makeup I do when I want to look au naturel, if you will. So first, I'm just going to clip my hair out of my face. I have already moisturized my skin, but I'm going to go in first with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. And I'm just going to be putting this in my T-zone, just because I can get a little bit more oily right here. I like to let that sink in, and while I do that, I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now that brows are filled in, I like to go in with concealer since we aren't doing foundation today. And it really just depends on how tan I am on what concealer I will use. Generally, for a look like this, I like to use a more lightweight concealer. And the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer is one of my favorites. It's really hydrating, but at the same time, it gives me a really good coverage. And right now, I have it in the shade Medium. When you're doing a look like this and you're not wearing foundation, you want to get a concealer that's close to your skin tone. It could be like a shade lighter, just depending on where you're going to be putting it. So one of the other concealers I like to use to cover up some redness that I have on my cheeks is the OG Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. I use this because it works really well, but she doesn't make this one anymore. She makes it in a different formula. I haven't tried her new formula, but any concealer that you like will do. You can see how it's just a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and my face doesn't quite match my neck because it's a little lighter than the rest of my body. So I'll just take a little bit of the Kat Von D and mix it in. So basically anywhere you feel like you have trouble spots or you have a blemish you want to cover up, that's where you're going to be putting your concealer. If you don't have bad under eyes, you don't have to put concealer on at all. This tutorial is really kind of like a give and take situation. It's just depending on your personal preference and your skin type, what you do or don't do. So then I'll take a brush. This is one of my favorite brushes for foundation, concealer, bronzer. It has multiple uses, and it's from the Up and Up line at Target, and I believe it's called the Complexion Brush. And I'll just go over and start to blend in that concealer. I don't worry about taking the concealer up on top of my eyelids just because for this look you are really looking for a no makeup kind of look. And if you conceal the top of your eyelids, sometimes it can make you look a little too done up and you might look a little weird like you have concealer on but nothing else. So the next step I do is go in with a cream bronzer. I personally like to use my Chanel bronzer, but sometimes I will switch it up. The other bronzer that I use is by LA Girl, and it's her concealer. I don't know the shade, but she has multiple ranges just depending on your skin tone. So I'll usually switch off between the two, but the Chanel one is my favorite. So I'll take a beauty blender. This one is so dingy, but I'll just take the end of the blender and rub it in to the concealer and then just go where I would normally bronze my face. On the cheeks, on the forehead. I'll even dab it once or twice on my nose and a little on my chin. And it doesn't do a whole lot, but just kind of bronzes your skin and gives more dimension so you don't look so flat, but you still don't look overwhelmed with makeup. The next thing I'll do is go in with liquid highlight. Again, you can use any liquid highlighter that you want to, but I'll be using the Maybelline Master Strobe in the shade Medium. With that same beauty blender, I'll just squeeze out a little bit on the tip, just about like that much, and dab it on the high points of my cheek and around my brow. Just the spots that I would normally highlight. Now that we have all the liquids and creams on the face, I'm just going to lightly set my under eyes and my T-zone using the Sonia Kashuk powder. You don't really use a whole lot of powder because it can kind of make your makeup or your face look cakey and you're going for a natural look. If you have dry skin, I wouldn't even set anything, maybe your under eyes if they crease really bad. I have oily skin, so I need to set my T-zone, otherwise I will be a hot mess. But I'm just going to take the cleaner side of the Beauty Blender, make sure I don't have any creasing underneath the eye, and just set it. Then I will go ahead and set my whole face, but I'm using the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in the shade 2, which looks like this. This is a really good setting powder. One, it makes your face look flawless, but it also has a bit of a sheen to it, to where when you wear it on your face, it still looks like skin because it has a sheen. It's not just a matte powder. So I'll just take some on a brush and pat it everywhere. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette. I like to mix shades, so I'm first going to go in with Glow Getter, which is one of my favorites. We is going to glow today. And now I'm just going to mix Forever Young right on top. Then to just kind of help everything blend in together, I'll go over it all with a stippling brush. I just have to do this with my makeup. I feel like it just makes everything blend a lot nicer. Now that all the powders are on the face, I'm going to go in with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I cannot get enough of this stuff, and this is probably my third bottle. Yeah. And once I spray a generous amount, I'll just kind of fan it on. And then take my Beauty Blender and lightly tap over everything. And this just helps the powders blend better into your skin so you don't look so powdery. And now all that I'm going to do is just run some clear brow gel over my brows. And curl my lashes and put on mascara. I don't want to coat my lashes in mascara too much because then it'll look a little bit too makeup-y. And sometimes I won't even put on mascara. I'll just curl them. But my lashes are not very thick, so I feel like even when I curl them, you don't really see them that well. So even if it's just a very light layer of mascara, I feel like that helps me a lot. So I'm just going in with my Maybelline Big Shot mascara and putting a light coat on. And now all that's left is a lip product. You could just go in with a chapstick or a lip gloss, but I'm going to go in with my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cairo. It's actually looking really nude on camera, so I'm going to go in with my NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Unlaced. That is my no foundation makeup routine. This may seem like a lot of makeup products to some people, but when you're me and you wear a lot more makeup than that, it's pretty minimal. You can also add or take away steps. You may not want to do your eyebrows, or you may not wear mascara or do the bronzer. Honestly, makeup is makeup. It's up to you. And at the end of the day, it only matters if you like it or not. But I hope you enjoyed this little short tutorial, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!